U.S. officials say Russia will begin air and naval exercises within the coming weeks, and this is the first time that Russia has held air and naval maneuvers in the Caribbean.
Hear about this. Got illegals doing marches now, and you won't believe the upfront footage I got of a migrant boat pulled up on shore. I take you guys there. Got China poaching our top guns. You won't believe what they're gonna do to our cows next. Got a map of possible sanctuary cities coming down the pipe that you guys might want to check out how close you are. And even got Russian warships coming to the Caribbean. There's a lot of important stuff that you guys need to know about coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. So check this out. I want to show you this because it's going to segue right into me taking you guys down onto the beach and checking out one of these handmade boats that are crossing the ocean to get people here. Now, not only can they just walk over, sail over, boat over, maybe even fly over, but they get to run parades through our streets and just put it in our face. This from Newsbreak, illegal invasion news, breaking illegals block Times Square and call for abolishing ICE. Now, I could give you guys a lot of breaking news. Definitely dealing with a lot of Chinese nationals coming across. Tens of millions, folks, tens of millions, and it ain't slowing down. In fact, I was down at the beach the other day. Those of you that have been around Riverside Homestead for a while, you guys know that I'm hardcore into prepping. I'm hardcore into emergency survival. I'm into emergency preparedness, and I like to know how to do all the skills needed to survive. And one of them that's been on my bucket list is learning how to spearfish and get things out of the ocean. So that's been fun. But at the same time, a little bit nerve-wracking with what I came across. Let me take you down to the beach and show you what I got to see firsthand. So I know some of you guys know, but I've been learning how to spearfish for fish, another hunting and gathering skill, and came across some of the migrants that are floating in on boats. Check this out. So right over here, that's a boat where they came in on. It's incredible. I'm gonna walk up to another one. The other thing is that I'm hearing is this boat came up just the other day. I'm talking like the last couple days, and there's been police flying all over this area trying to round these people up because they weren't caught. And the word on the street is that if you see these people, you want to go the other direction because they will come up with knives and whatever it takes to get your cell phone and make a phone call. That's like, I mean, I'm hearing stories of them breaking into homes, but their whole purpose and goal, well, probably to eat and drink some water, I assume. But most of all, what I'm hearing is to make a cell phone call, probably have somebody come pick them up. And if you resist, you know, who knows what's going to happen. So not good. What the heck? Look at this little guy. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to your safety, we're talking millions. Essentially, well, I think they stated 11 million the other day, and, you know, they're usually pretty light on their numbers. So you got 11 million, at least, coming over, and a lot of people to be watching out for that might want to take your cell phone and make a phone call, especially ones that wash up shore like this. Anyway, we're gonna go take a look at this boat. The wife and kids already came down here and said it's full of clothes. It looks like the boat's handmade. So let's go check this out. I'll give you, I mean, how many people get to walk up on a boat like this that came across with asylum seekers, migrants, still sitting here, hasn't even been moved. It's still full of clothes and whatever they brought with them. And yeah, I'm almost there. Let's go check this out. Check this out. I feel like they're gonna jump out of the bushes. Look at this thing. Are you kidding me? Guys, this is made out of 2x4s. This is handmade boat. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like it's just like painted with tar. But seriously, wow. I mean, the side looks like pallets, guys. Looks like pallets. Clothes everywhere, backpacks. I mean, I see toothbrushes, toys, toothpaste. That's good. There's a life jacket. I think there's another one back in the corner. Yeah, look, they've got, it's fiberglass, just painted over with some resin or some, wow. Firsthand, I mean, this thing's huge. Look at this. This is me reaching up as high as I can. And guys, we're close to civilization. There's a plane taking off right there. Look. Crazy thing is there's that one right there, and there's just another one right half a mile down the beach. Another one. Whew. Lots of folks coming over. Lots of probably desperate folks coming over. You guys need to be careful. It gets even crazier. And like I said, it can get pretty nutty when these people come over. They don't have anything but the backpack on their back, if that made it across, however they got across. And they need to make a phone call. They need food, they need money, they need housing. If you're desperate enough to make that trek across an ocean in a hand-built boat that was probably in a backyard out of pallets, you gotta think of what extent these people are gonna go through to get what they need when they get here. That being said, be careful. You never know when you're gonna come across somebody that just, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get your cell phone so that they can make a call to get wherever they need to go. And that's the warning I've been hearing. And to wrap this one up, like I said, we were back down there the other day because I'm learning how to spearfish, and someone came out of the bushes. I'm out in the water. The wife and the kids are walking down the beach and fully clothed, shoes, socks, backpack. I mean, it looks like somebody that could have come off that boat. Started following the family, and I had to start swimming that direction and yelling and hollering and trying to get the wife's attention because something looked off. And it took about a minute or two for this guy to see me. And he then beelined and went right back up into those bushes that I was filming. Could have been something. Thing is, gotta be aware. You got to stay aware because you never know what's gonna happen, especially these days. Anyway, I thought that was pretty unique that I could actually go down there, film this stuff, and show it to you guys. So please share this out because that is firsthand information that's never been on any news station. And people need to know how real this is. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I got a few more things I wanna share with you. We've got Russian warships headed to the Caribbean.
U.S. officials say Russia will begin air and naval exercises within the coming weeks, and this is the first time that Russia has held air and naval maneuvers in the Caribbean since 2019. The exercises are expected to last all summer, culminating in a worldwide naval exercise in the fall. CBS News national security correspondent David Martin joins us now from the Pentagon. David, first of all, what do we know about these exercises, where they're taking place, what nations are involved?
Well, the Cuban government has just announced that 4 Russian warships will arrive in Havana on June 12th next week for a 5-day port visit, so we can expect these exercises to begin by the end of this month. And in addition to those 4 Russian naval ships, we can expect to see Russian long-range bombers patrolling down the East Coast. Now, Russian ships have made port calls in Cuba before, and Russian long-range bombers have flown down the East Coast before. What makes this noteworthy is that it is the first time in 5 years that Russia has done both at the same time.
You know, David, as people are learning about this news, some folks are making a comparison to Kennedy, to the sphere of influence with Russian missiles in Cuba, now Russian naval exercises and military exercises. Talk to us about the timing of these exercises and, to that point, whether it poses any threat to the U.S.
Well, U.S. officials say that on one level, this is simply the summer exercise season kicking off. But they also believe that this is partly a show of displeasure by Putin for American support of Ukraine and for all the NATO exercises that have been going on in Europe. This presence of 4 Russian ships in the Caribbean off the east coast of the United States just pales in comparison to the size of the exercises the U.S. military has been conducting with its NATO allies in Europe.
I think that was pretty well put, but I mean, we're talking about Russia in our Caribbean waters with their warships flexing a little close to home. I'm not sure where you guys know, if you guys know where Cuba is in relation to the United States, but it's right there. They're going to be cruising our shorelines basically. So I don't know. Is something going to come of that? I doubt it, but definitely something to be, like he said, noteworthy. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit on a larger scale than what we're normally used to. So something that's been in the buzz, in the news, thought you guys should know about that more. Now I want to save, I'm going to keep the video a little bit shorter. I'm going to save the cow news for maybe tomorrow. Something that's going on with the cows that y'all need to know, because I'm sure a lot of us eat meat. But regarding what we were talking about earlier is the people coming across the ocean and coming across the border, sanctuary cities, and a map that you guys should probably take a look at. So this right here is a map, immigration and customs enforcement data. So, you know, it's probably a little bit larger scale than what they tell us, because they are not going to tell us too much. But in the yellow, you got county, in the red, you got city, and in the green, you got state. But this is a map of sanctuary cities, counties, and states updated from the Center for Immigration Studies, updated June 7th of 2024. The sanctuary jurisdiction is listed in this map. These cities, counties, and states have laws, ordinances, resolutions, policies, or other practices that obstruct immigration enforcement and shield criminals from ICE, either by refusing to or prohibiting agencies from complying with ICE detainers, imposing unreasonable conditions on detainer acceptance, denying ICE personnel and federal immigration officers. A detainer is the primary tool used by ICE to gain custody of criminal aliens for deportation. So this is why we're seeing those marches and those parades of these guys against ICE. It is a notice to another law enforcement agency that ICE intends to assume custody of an alien and includes information on the alien's previous criminal history, immigration violations, and potential threat to public safety and security. Take a look at the map. If you're close to any of those little boxes, you might want to keep your eyes peeled, because the population in those areas, if they haven't grown already, they might be growing, and it might be just a little bit sketchier area to beat than what you guys are used to. Let's go over some of the states real quick. And what I'm going to do right here, as far as cities and counties, because I know you guys are curious, I'm going to slow scroll right down through all of the cities and counties, starting with California, Colorado, Connecticut, District of Columbia, Georgia, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, man, lots in Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Virginia, Vermont, and Washington State. Like we've been telling you here over the past months, this is not heading in any direction where this is going to get resolved or get better. So we got to strap up, be prepared for things to get a little bit worse. We got to be prepared, have a sense of emergency preparedness, be prepping in a sense that you're ready for something, an emergency, some weird invasion. I don't know, but a lot's changing fast. Nonetheless, we want to stay aware. Got a lot more great information coming down the pipe. Please make sure that notification bell is still clicked on. Again, like, subscribe, and please share this information out so more people are aware. A couple other videos in case you missed them. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.